how many in this room know someone with a disability or have a disability? Okay, we have probably 60 or 70, 80% that at least know someone with a disability, or possibly some of you have a disability. A disability means there's some part of your function that's limited, and for my case, it's glasses. So for me to be able to read, I need glasses, so I have a disability there also. There are people that have hearing losses. There are people with more cognitive problems in terms of not able to process well, or learning disabilities. My concern for you is each of you may have a little bit of a disability bias in that you haven't been around people a lot of times. You haven't gone to places where there's a lot of people in wheelchairs or a lot of people who are blind, and then you start kind of shying away from them because you don't know how to act. You don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to look at. I want to help you with that, with some disability etiquette today. And so your questions are going to be answered regarding that. So what would it be like if you were disabled? You have to put yourself in their shoes or in their wheels behind a sense of no vision or no hearing to try to understand what it might be like. And if you have friends or family, have some discussions with them to know what it's like. So what assumptions do you make? So if you see someone who has black glasses on and a white cane, do you assume they're totally blind, for example? Is that an assumption? That the white cane and the dark glasses says to you, they're totally blind. Well, that might be an assumption that's not true. They actually can see, but not fully. And so we're going to look into that. So are all disabilities visible? You're shaking your head. No, there are definite invisible disabilities. And what do you think are some invisible disabilities? Let's just shout them out.
Sensory issues.
Sensory issues. Dyslexia. Autism spectrum. Excellent. Something else that might not be seen.
Hearing.
A hearing loss. They might have hearing aids that are invisible. Absolutely. Okay, let me share with you a few more. You got a few of them. We're looking at the intellectual, which was the autism spectrum, the Down syndrome, the developmental disabilities. Sometimes you don't know by looking at a person that they have these intellectual disabilities. We have a lot of people with brain injuries. They've had concussions. You can't tell by looking at them, but they get dizzy, they get confused, they can't read, they can't process, they get tired and fatigued. We also have the post-traumatic stress disorder, not just the veterans, but the population from a lot of stressful and feared events in their lives. Fibromyalgia, a very painful thing that a lot of people suffer. Multiple sclerosis, learning disabilities, vision loss, hearing loss. We don't always know if a person has a disability. So don't make these assumptions. As we grow older, is it more than likely that we will acquire a disability? We will have limitations in our strength, in our mobility, in our vision, in our hearing. And as you look forward in your family, your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your parents, your grandparents, you start to see it and acquire a disability as they age. So we're planning for our own future lives.